Hello and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our playthrough here as the Web Weaver Imperium, and we are attempting to consolidate our forces, take back some of the colonies we lost when our leader got overthrown, and then we got some positive cash flow. We also want to rebuild, or I should say not rebuild, but build out our fleets. We are investing heavily in the latest technologies, so that is also on the docket. So let's go ahead and let's see, is this place specific or is this empire wide? It looks like it's local. I guess we'll go ahead and build that. Probably need to build more special operations barracks to start getting troop stuff up and running. What exactly does troop cloning facility do? Worth the investment is the question. I haven't really invested heavily in the slavery mechanic, which is something this species in particular is supposed to be good at, so I'm probably wasting a bit there by not doing that. That's armor barracks. Okay, so this just allows cloning of the best. I guess we can go ahead and build it if that's what it wants me to do. Let's go ahead and build a defense bastion as it requests. And that has eaten up a lot of our capital. We do have some positive cash flow. It looks pretty decent right now. We do have some ships coming in here and engaging with us, but it looks like we're doing more damage than them at the moment. Oh yeah, we're doing all right there. So I would like to build a. We're getting up there in military strength. I want to break 1 million for sure. Probably want to get close to 2 million before I push too hard at taking on these guys. Although I feel like we've pretty significantly weakened them by engaging them in these spaces. I need invasion fleets. Like, that's just a must-have. So hopefully we will have that going relatively soon. But we shall see. Looks like we're still ripping things apart and gaining tech, which is always good. I will also take a salvage. That's a good thing too. I do want to micromanage a little bit on the new colony front. There are a lot of places I still want to colonize that I have not been able to. I do want to take back these two places in particular, which is going to significantly hurt our economy in the process. I do want to look at, yeah, a lot of these are ice planets. I do not have colony ships that have ice-friendly species on them yet. You are going to colonize Mars. You should be pretty much there at this point, I would think. Yes, you are. You are actively colonizing Mars with Tekin at the moment. We did buy back a lot of our spies, so we have 11 spies. A lot of them are counterintelligence. I think there's just nothing else that can be done at the moment. I think I'm going to take a look at our policy. I know I had spies set specifically to like research only. Let's just do normal caution. I think we should go ahead and steal these maps. Capture bases, sure. Don't draw negative attention right now. That's probably not great. Internal stabilization, yes. Speaking of which, we haven't done that in a little while, so let's go ahead and get an internal stabilization underway. 3 months is fine. All right, we should be colonizing this planet. Mars will be under our control very soon. We have now Tekin, I think, is probably the best race for this planet. Let's see, plus 35. Are we better? We are. Okay. So for rocky desert planets, do I have any colonized already where I can clone the... Yes, okay. So you should already have the species selected. This is terrible. What is going on here? This is not right at all. It should be like the opposite of this. You're fine. You should be bounced. You should be bounced. Get everybody else out of here. I mean, they're plus 25, which isn't terrible, but given some of these being like plus 40 and plus 70 or whatever, I think we should go out of our way to make sure that's applied to all rocky colonies. I think it's automatically adjusting. I think I have that set. Although it seems to remember the majority of what I tell them. Were some of these discovered after the fact? Maybe. Yeah, like these guys should be... The Konish are fine. Plus 31 is fine. Just take a quick scroll through here. Yeah, those we should get rid of. I don't think they should be here either. These are all bad. So only you and you would be on Marshy Swamp, which makes sense. Okay, internal stabilization is complete. So that should help us be better for a couple of years. We have a good amount of cash flow coming in. That should help offset our fairly miserable existence. Wasn't one of these icebound people? No, they're all plus 21, plus 26. Okay. So I've not been paying as much. Did we try to colonize this planet again? When are we gonna stop doing that? All right, we have some money available. Let's look at independent colonies. Most of them are displeased with us. You're actually pleased with us. So I think we could offer a limited trade agreement. Let's pop over here and... No, okay, so it's not set to colonize. So I don't know why we continue to try to colonize that planet. Not something I want to be doing right now. Do we have any agreement with them at the moment? Maybe not. Can I send you a large gift, which is a lot cheaper now? Nah, they're still not super happy with us. All right, well, let's just keep on moving along. Hopefully we don't screw that up again. I really want to get these planets back under my control. To do that, I'm going to need a fleet. So my invasion fleet needs to be loading up on troops. Are we going to... There's no troop space available. No troop capacity. Okay, so we have lost our troop ships somewhere in this mix. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at the template. An invasion fleet template has 8 troop transports of the latest design for the largest hull, which is massive, so it's going to be very expensive. All right, let's just try building an invasion fleet. Any construction yard available. All right, these are the destroyers and frigates. I do not see any attempt to build troop transports. So I'm thinking we might need to design a smaller hull for that. Right now we have the massive troop transport that is pretty expensive and high maintenance. Looks like we do have some in the Empire though. Let's just take a quick gander at military ships that are not in a fleet. Yes, okay, so these have been loading up on troops. These are massive troop transports as well. All right, that's kind of nice. They've actually been loading up on troops independently. And then maybe once they're fully loaded up, I can merge them into one of my fleets and then go invade. I am nervous about timing, so I feel like I should probably sooner than later. Don't unload troops. Do not unload troops. Just load troops. That's all I need you to do. We're just gonna add all of you into Sethar's fleet, at least for the time being. You're pretty beat up. You need to join a fleet, I think. Oh, you know what? It's automatically kicking them out of the fleet because I have it on. All right, let's put that on manual. And I'm just gonna put all of these in there. Even the damaged one, maybe somebody will go fix it. Let's see, do invasion fleet 1, sort by name. Okay, so Sethar's fleet has a fair amount of troops in it. It's certainly not the largest set of troops we've ever had, but it is enough, I believe, to at least go take this planet on, if not this planet as well. So let's what's the best way to get there? Let's go here with the entire fleet. We have plenty of fuel. Everybody's fueled up. So let's just try getting everyone over here. And then we're going to jump over here and take this planet. It will damage our reputation, which has been slowly getting better over time. But a necessary evil. I feel like I'm gonna need more fleets, but we're spending money. I don't know where exactly it's going, but if we're making 235K per cycle, and then we don't even have 2 months worth of money set aside, I don't know where it's going. All right, so more spies, more generals. That's nice. Yeah, let's go investigate some threats. I think that is a good idea. How we doing on construction ships? Have we still got them just kind of chilling, doing nothing? I think we could absolutely build some new things. Now, a lot of these are pretty low percentage. They're probably not that valuable to build, but some of these resources are pretty rare, so I think it's better to have them than not have them. I always think we need more Caslon. We never seem to have enough of that. Again, I'm just going for places that don't have any dangerous threats listed in the system. All right, we should be able to build these just fine. That is a lot of stuff there. Territory map stolen. So we should start seeing some more visibility going on here. All right, so we are slowly trickling over here. I wish it was going a little faster, but let's keep investigating all these threats. What is this invasion fleet doing? All right, I think that's the bulk of my ships are almost here. I'm not too worried about the fuel. That can wait. I just want the bulk of it to arrive. All right, looks like the bulk of them are there. Let's go ahead and hop over here. Critical research breakthrough. Thank you, sir. Heavy bombers will be a nice upgrade to what we currently have. All right, we need to hop over here and make sure we get in nice and close so we can start invading the system. We have plenty of troops for it, I believe. I don't know what these invasion fleets keep doing. They keep attacking my mining stations. Stop harassing my mining stations. We got something wrong on these mining stations because they must not be producing enough energy. I'm gonna need to retrofit that. They should have more energy collectors for this stuff. Okay, if there is a little bit more we could do there, but most of these are built. All right, we are moving over here. Let's go ahead and investigate that threat because that'll clear up that space for us to build a mining station or a research station. Sorry. Yes, build those. Absolutely. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack them back. Why not? All right, so we still have a decent amount of ships like parked over here. We are up to 50 colonies. Our income, I have a feeling, is going to drop pretty drastically when we hostile invade this independent colony. I want to get this one as well. And then we'll kind of work our way around. There is... All right, heavy bomber research completed. I do want to retrofit our ship design for that because right now it's a strike bomber. And if we look at by role, and we look at strike bomber versus heavy bomber, first off, we can see the max size is different. And then we could also see that the heavy bomber has better maneuvering and it has better targeting and better countermeasures. So just all around a better option. And we have the resources to do it, so we might as well. Let's auto generate and then we can go back. Call that a heavy bomber. Now, these have pulse torpedoes. I don't think I want regular enhanced armor. That's rating of 17. I think I want reactive armor, which is a rating of 21. Pulse torpedoes are fine. They bypass 40% armor, but they're not great with shields. And I think we need something that's going to take on all that stuff. We are focusing pretty heavy on the Titan blasters. And that does have decent DPS. There is no point blank accuracy, like, because these ships are going to be right up close to it. So 88% is pretty good. I do not see... It's equally good against shields and armor, so there's really no reason we shouldn't do that. Although sometimes something a little more punchy, but there's so many of these ships, I think it'll be fine. Can we fit another engine on here? I think, was it a vector or vortex? Doesn't matter. I can't put another one on there. All right, command module. I think that is fine. We'll stick with that for now, and then we will obsolete this, and everything should be remade into this. If we look at this bomber, it's the same situation. So the only benefit we're really getting out of doing this is that it has better targeting, it has better evasion. So, which, you know, that's not a small thing. That's pretty good. So, especially when you have 2,000 of them, I think that is probably worth doing. All right, so our fleet should be arriving any second. There's another new spy arriving. Strike fighters will be here very shortly as well. Okay, it looks like we're still picketing for some reason, or at least some of them are. So let us prepare an attack. Looks like we're just invading directly. So much for preparing. Oh, maybe just because we were already there, it just prepared an attack directly. Okay, so we dropped, look at that income drop. We went from plus 228k to plus 20. So that is significant. We did get some tech, which is not bad. We do have some quite unhappy people. So we are going to have to build up a facility. And we're probably going to have to defend this as well. It's really high quality. So we're just going to have to wait for the rebellion to happen before we get our troops off of it. Wait, you were under attack? Trying to colonize... What were you trying to colonize? This planet? Oh, they're creeping up in there too. Some of those independent planets are flipping. Yeah, there's only 10 independent colonies left. All right, I am paused and it's still like spamming me. Our critical research breakthrough, that is very nice. That means that will get done even faster. Let's go ahead and assign our person to do that. All right, so let's look at new colonies and see where we're at. You know what, let's, I didn't look when I was at independent colonies where we're at with the people that are angry with us. So somebody must have taken one of the other ones because there was one that was positive and now there's not. So that went somewhere. This guy down here, this like trash planet in the middle of nowhere. Can't believe they got that all the way over there. So they must have something here as well. Not so much. Okay. So independent colonies are drying up, which means we're going to have to start going to war to get more territory. I need to up my military strength after. So I got one more independent colony I want to take over. That's right here. I think that makes sense. The other one I will try to do diplomatically because it is the same species as us, but I am worried about somebody else poaching it before we can get to it. So, but we are diplomatic. This is getting better. Can we negotiate a deal? Not yet. Is there a... Yeah, you've given us gifts. That's already on there, so I can't do that again right now. As soon as they're not rebelling anymore, I'm going to go ahead and invade. Or pull, I should say, pull my troops from the invasion. I think we need to do another internal stabilization. I think that should just always be running in the background. It does nothing but benefit us, and it's only 3 months to do it. Okay, we are not at risk of rebelling anymore. Or at least it doesn't appear that we are. Yes, they are much happier. It's because we finished building this planetary administration metropolis. So that really damaged their reputation, but I think we can go ahead and just take another one while we're already dealing with the consequences of that. Let's go ahead and load troops. Get all of our troops off that planet, or at least the majority of the troops off that planet. Go ahead and attack that. All right, so this fleet, I want him to head down here because we're going to take this planet over as well. I think I already said yes to that. Let's say it again. So we're already at, yeah, I already said yes to that. Stop spamming me. So we already have angry people. Like, this is already at -97. I don't think it'll go that much more if I invade another one, so I don't think the negative impact will be as high. We did get another colony, so we are We are up to 53 colonies now, which is pretty good. Internal stabilization, that should help a little bit. All right, I'm not hitting accept again. I've already told you many times. All right, let's look at dangerous locations and see what we can queue up. Where's Jupiter? Nothing within range. Okay. So stabilization seemed to help a little bit. That moved us up to 56,000, which is about double. All right, strike fighters are done, which means we can go ahead and retrofit those as well. Just take a quick pop into that and look at that again. So if we look at our current interceptors, it's this Zim Zip shuttle situation going on here. So let's look at interceptors, strike fighters. Yes, strike fighters have way better targeting, right? We're going from plus 26 to plus 40. The countermeasures and the ship maneuvering are the same, so we don't really gain anything there. But it is more our aesthetic, and the targeting is pretty significant. So I think we should go ahead and go with that. Again, with the pulse torpedoes, I'm going to force a Titan blaster on there instead. Probably should like do the fighters, Titan blasters, and the other ones, the torpedoes, the bombers. But for now, I'm going to do this, and we can modify it later on. Let's see. Interceptor strike 1. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. The other thing I wanted to do was look at civilian bases, and the mining stations were out of, we're running out of juice. So it says the design has no problems, and the energy output, static energy is 94, collection rate is 100. So that should be a net. All right, well, I'm not gonna mess with that for now until we get an upgrade, or I want an influx of cash, one of the two. All right, so we got construction ships building a bunch of stuff, which is great. What is going on here? What are you guys doing? Why are you harassing me? You're blowing up my stations. I don't like it. I guess I am in your territory, but, you know, still, I don't like it. Let's take a quick gander at the economy. Things are going very well. That's a lot of money being invested in colony growth. Look at research. We have doubled, if not tripled, our research from a couple episodes ago, which is fantastic. Still got a couple places I need to clear out threats. Usos apparently is one of them, even though I just took that planet over. We are looking at 5 years now instead of 16. I want to say 16 years when we queued this tech up. So this is definitely making things better. I do want to just take a quick second to make sure we are applying the right population policies to as much of these as possible. I think we did get some more desert planets here, so do Rocky Desert. I know we got a marsh, ice tundra. We colonized a couple of those. Yeah, I feel like we got a couple of sandy deserts. Okay, so the recent colonies should be mostly that. So now they're all set correctly with the right species highlighted. This definitely doesn't have the right people. It's a frozen ice planet. Do I have a previously existing one of those? It's ice tundra. That might be the first frozen ice planet I have. That would explain why the population is silly. Well, these are all like terrible. Our species is terrible on that planet, so I'm guessing it's going to be everything needs to go except for the dinosaur boys and the, I don't even have them, but the Xenox, right? Yeah, they're, apply that to all frozen ice colonies. It's fine. So I think we start with, Mars is already like getting pretty populated there. Let's go ahead and build a planetary administration, and we can do a little limited biome shaping. I do want to make sure as many of these as possible have the planetary administration. I think that helps a lot. It costs $5,000 a month, but, or cycle or whatever it is. But I think the value outweighs the cost. All right, let's build that. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to build several of these. Eventually, the planets will make enough to offset the cost of them. Investing in that, but also biome shaping, I think makes a big difference in the long run. Maybe not so much immediately, but oh, poor skills in general and competence. That's always good. All right, so what is our fleet doing here? Looks like they're bouncing off of this planet and heading right over there, so they should be there pretty soon, with the exception of a fuel ship, but that can wait. I'm not that concerned about it. All right, what's the story with Usos here? Are we slowly reintegrating with our, yeah, reduce corruption, biome shaping facilities getting to work, removing the damage. So we should be able to actually get rid of this building at this point, right? Because it's maxed improvement and no damage. So let's scrap that. Why have the expense if we don't need it? Can we pop out the... Why is this not right? So deep ocean. Do we not have a deep ocean policy here yet? All right, 42 is pretty good. I don't think I'm going to kick anybody out at 42. I think everybody would be fine on this planet, to be honest. Seems to be a very positive planet overall. Tekin would not be that great compared to other options. Let's apply that to all deep ocean colonies. The best is Ekdarian. I just don't have any. All right, let's take a quick gander at our new colony screen. We still have several planets we're trying to colonize here. We already colonized this one, so I don't know why it's still on the screen here. I'm just going to send, regardless of what is there, and then we'll just enable the transferring of, the migration should take care of it all once I set the policy. I just don't know why they've done this. Right, these are all colonized already. Vonale 4, Vonale 5, those are in the same system, so let's just colonize all this stuff. Why does it say move to instead of colonize? Is there a way to check what species you have in your population? I don't know. I mean, you can see like the benefits from the races if you have them. Like that's Hakonish. So I know I have them. I must have Xenox, right? +2 for the Xenox race. So I have to have Xenox somewhere. I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere. Okay, so we should be pretty well circled up. Yeah, there's an invasion fleet headed. Are they headed out or in? I don't know. But before they can invade, I'd like to invade. Let's go ahead and prepare an attack. Should overwhelm them very quickly. And we did. Colony conquered. We'll leave our troops on there for a while. Advanced cruise systems. Nice. Another new general. That's great. So if we look, yeah, our reputation didn't really get that much worse than it already was. So it didn't seem to have that big of an impact, which is good. I'm glad it didn't. Now we're just gonna have to wait for them to stop wanting to rebel. I'm gonna look at passenger ships and just see what species are on there. Looks like this is mostly tourist, not really migrant. We should, speaking of which, we should probably build some of these wherever there's scenery available, because that would just increase the amount of tourists. All right, I think I want migration. I don't see any Xenox at all. I mean, there's got to be something somewhere. I'm sure I'm just overlooking it. Do we have any other option other than surveillance oligarchy? I don't think so. I do not like the 60 years coup d'etat, highly disruptive. That is not great because it causes those rebellions, which is never a good thing. What are we building over here? I don't know what they're building. Looks like there's still some civilian ships that were queued up on this planet. All right, the sooner we get this done, the sooner we won't be rebelling. Hopefully we can squeak this out under the radar without a rebellion happening, but certainly no guarantee of that. All right, new scientist appears. Yeah, go ahead and attack. All right, they are, yeah, they're still rebelling. Okay, now they should be fine. So that's the power of this building, is it almost immediately reduces the corruption and everything down to a point where this is a lot more manageable. Let's get our troops back onto here. Now, the invasion fleet, for some reason, didn't have any troop transports. It just said top up, and I'm going to let that fill up on troops, because that's kind of the next thing we need is more troops. We also need just a lot more ships in general, but... Okay, so these planets are in decent shape now, and our reputation can start slowly repairing. Are we in a position with the... well, first off, does it even exist? Okay, they're neutral with us. Can we give them more gifts? And then can we offer... Yeah, we could hop right to a limited trade agreement, which is great. So what are the chances of us being able to colonize that? 90%. Okay. That's pretty good odds. I would take that chance. Oh, for some reason, we're already going there? Never mind. Now, by the time we get there, some of that will have worn off. So I'm guessing it will not be as great by then, but we'll see. Yeah, it's 89% chance, which is still pretty dang good. All right, let's take a look at our colonies, particularly the ones we just recently took over. It's sorted by, I guess, population. So I'm looking for Usos for sure. So we should be seeing... Yeah, we're still assimilating. There's a lot of assimilation left to go. 7%. That's the problem with taking these planets like back over. Just a lot of assimilation that needs to happen. And it takes time. Like, there's really nothing I could do to accelerate it that I know of. Just gotta give it time. All right, and where was our little dinosaur planet? That was you, right? So Nemet. Let's just sort by name. Yeah, you're only 8% assimilated, so it's just gonna affect the cash flow for a while. Right, what is Nemet? Are you configured properly? You are. What about Usos? You were, yeah. I checked that at that time. Okay. Perfect. So a battleship's under attack, huh? I mean, doesn't sound good for you. I think it's fine for me. You want to be dumb enough to engage in this? Too bad we didn't seem to jam enough of their stuff. Oh, I don't think you're gonna make it out. Nope, you're toast. Alright, well. You want to be dumb, that's up to you. What did we do? Oh, just stealing a bunch of maps, it looks like. Alright, so we're over here harassing them, it looks like. I wish those hyper denies were a little more functional for us. Alright, let's assign the mission, that's fine. Alright, new colony ship. I don't know why we're building more colony ships. The good news is all of our Titan blasters will upgrade to the V2 automatically without us having to retrofit, so that'll be a nice little benefit. Oh, we did successfully colonize it. Very nice. So, and these guys will be happy to be part of our system. Why are we hearing, like, bombing sounds? That is always a little frightening. Okay, these guys are really happy. They should be going relatively positive cash flow soon, I would think, right? Alright, so that's a sandy desert. Something's still... Are they bombing us? Like, what's going on there? Oh, I think maybe Our planet is attacking them? I don't know. It's weird. Weird stuff. Something's happening though, because they're getting damaged. Alright, let's put you on automate. Put you guys back on automate. Hopefully you will do the right thing and colonize the right type of planet. Alright, let's look at new colonies and just sort by distance from capital. Then we'll go select our capital. Looks like some of our ships have moved back over here. We're loading up more troops, which is great. Hopefully that's the invasion fleet. I'll check on that in a second. Okay, so you are already colonizing there, which is great. Yeah, let's build some troop cloning facilities. We are going to need those at some point. Okay, where are you? 0 plus 30. I really would like to get you colonized. Looks like there's some enemies in the system, but not on the planet itself. So, oh, hello. Well, you can't both go colonize the same thing. Well, here's our Xenox that I don't know where they came from, but they're here. So we'll go ahead and colonize that. At this point, we're just kind of waiting for assimilation and trying to continue expanding our empire without going negative on the cash flow again, if that's avoidable, because I do want things just getting better. All right, so that should have just done an in-place upgrade of everything. Yes, that did bump our military power. We're over 1 million now, which is fantastic. I think that positions us to start getting ready. And yes, our invasion fleet is loading up troops, which is fantastic to see. I feel like we are getting to the point where we're getting ready to start invading these blue guys. So hopefully we can position ourselves to do that. Let's go ahead and move over here and get ourselves set up over here. I am gonna I think move my, or I should say set my, oh, this is my home base already. Okay, so I can't reset that. Okay, so I do want to build at least one more attack fleet. The invasion fleets are weak, but their primary purpose is just to transport troops. So I think I'm going to get another attack fleet up and running. So let's build a new attack fleet anywhere that's available. Get that up and running. That should bump our military power. I think having 2 invasion fleets is okay. I mean, we just spent all of our money, and it's going to lower our cash flow because the maintenance on their ships is pretty expensive. But I think as we start going a little more positive, we're positioned to start taking this stuff over. I would like maybe one more invasion fleet, but I think I'm going to manually control them given the kind of history we have here. So, and these guys are just getting, they're just getting destroyed. They just keep jumping little bits of their fleet at a time, and then we end up just annihilating them, which is fantastic. So I think we're well positioned to take these guys over, grow our empire via conquest at that point, and then prepare an attack. Where is that? I mean, I'll do it. I don't really know where it's at, but yeah, so I think that kind of recaps where we're at now and where I hope we are going to be. We have grown our empire size to 55 colonies. We did take back those 2 planets we said we were going to. We got our military strength above 1 million. So everything is trending in the right direction. This is where we want to go. And now we're just preparing to declare war on the blue boys. And just to check before I call this an episode, let's just make sure, yeah, they're not allied with anyone. So that's even better because we can go to war with them without any repercussions. And that would be fantastic. So thank you for watching. If you liked the episode, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future. We'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.